Welcome back to another episode of Say What Needs to Be Said. I'm your host, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel, two-time Super Bowl champion, Pro Bowler, all-pro, record-breaking cornerback, and the last cornerback to intercept 50 interceptions during a 16-game season era. Thursday Night Vibes, how y'all doing out there tonight, man? Holiday season is in effect, and, man, Thanksgiving is out the way. I hope y'all dropped a few of those pounds, all that turkey and dressing and stuffing and collard greens and ham hog, whatever you're eating on Thanksgiving, man. I know I had a blessed meal, but you know, we got Christmas coming up. We got to do it all over again. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Lions tonight. America's greatest team or America's favorite team. How did they do? They didn't succeed, and the hopes are dwindling down the drain. That's why you got to start fast in the NFL. Let me bring on the co-host for the night so we can talk some trash. And have to speak about the Cowboys, man. The Cowboys didn't do too well tonight. They didn't do too well tonight. We thought it was going to be a showdown by the Dallas Cowboys, but man, they didn't have a chance from the beginning, man. The freaking Detroit Lions jumped out on them, and it was all over.
Hey, but Dak do he do. He threw for we know we're gonna talk about. He did for almost 400 yards.
It's just so funny because it was like 3 weeks of hope, man. 3 weeks of a false sense of reality, and 3 weeks to feel good about their chances of making the playoffs. All of a sudden, that has to come to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Now, still, there's a very, very small chance, a very slim chance the Cowboys can advance to the postseason, but we know how that goes. We already seen, the Cowboys' best shot and what the Cowboys has to offer. And I'm going to call the Cowboys, they're front runners. They only can play good when they're ahead and they're front. Everything is going well. And the Lions didn't let that happen tonight. So let's get into it. Let's get it right into it. The Detroit Lions beat the Cowboys 44-30. That's by 14 points. 21 points from a skunk. From a house call. You got to get off the sticks. 21-point rule is in effect. No, but they got beat by 14, man. You know what I mean? And 417 yards of total offense for the Dallas Cowboys. 408 yards of total offense for the Lions. It would sound like the Cowboys won this game. That's why I tell you over and over, those stats can be a little deceiving sometimes. Don't just go by the stats. Because it sounds like they had a hell of a game. Defense didn't do well at all, man. Defense didn't play good ball. Dallas Cowboys didn't do that well in the red zone offensively. Defense let them down at the end of the game. Third down in efficiency. What we got here, 5 for 15 for Dallas Cowboys, 3 for 8 for the Lions. And what that should tell you is the Lions didn't have that many third down opportunities because they were in scoring position before they got the third down most of the time. Or most of the game, Dallas gave the Lions good field position. Right? And then fourth down, 2 for 2, it didn't matter, whatever. However, And then here, Jared Goff, man, he goes 25 for 34, 309 yards. He didn't have to do much in this game. His playmakers made plays. All he had to do was get the football to him, basically. And they made the plays for him. David Montgomery, 6 carries for 60 yards. May not seem like a lot, but guess what? That's averaging 10 yards per carry. And he had 13 yards receiving. Jahmyr Gibbs, 7 receptions for 77 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 43 rushing yards. Then we go look at the Dallas losing Cowgirls, Dak Prescott. He had a phenomenal night. That's what the stats say. He went crazy. He threw for 376 yards. He got the 2 best wide yards. He got the 2 best wide receivers in the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys are on their way to the Super Bowl and all that good stuff. I know Jerry Jones is hot, boy. He was feeling it. He was talking to God, and he was like, I know this is the year. Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, he had a great night, I guess, that's what you want to call it. Then Javonte Williams, 17 carries for 67 yards. He showed up a little bit towards the end of the game. Then Ryan Flanour, 9 receptions, 115 yards. He showed up when CeeDee Lamb wasn't in the game anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Detroit Lions kick that booty.
Yeah, I feel like for Detroit Lions, this game gave them like that spark they needed, because they struggled the last 2 weeks, and then the Cowboys was like on a rampage the last 2 weeks. They beat the Chiefs, they beat the Eagles, and then they came in hot like, oh, the Cowboys gonna win this game, the Cowboys gonna do this, Cowboys do that. And the past 2 weeks for the Lions, it was kind of a struggle. They went to overtime with Jameis Winston, the third string quarterback with the Giants, and the week before that they lost to the Eagles, only scoring 9 points in that game. So I feel like this is that get-back game the Lions needed to make that playoff run. I mean, they put up 44 points and get one of the hottest teams in the NFL. This was it right here to get that Lions confidence back up. That's what they needed right now tonight.
And the Lions look good. You can't take nothing away from the Lions. They, they just played football, and they got the ball into their playmaker hands. Basically, on offense, played good ball defense, man. They played good enough. They didn't do superb on defense. They can do a lot better on the back end and things like that, but they did enough to win the game. For the Cowboys, the problem with the Cowboys is the same legacy they had for the past 10 seasons or some 10 years. Is the Cowboys just don't know how to finish games. And it started with Dak Prescott along with the defense. Dallas defense let them down big time tonight. You know what I mean? And all they had to do was make one stop in the fourth quarter, and that would have got Dallas back in the lead if offense would have scored. All they had to do was make one stop on defense. And they couldn't make one stop. It didn't seem like they were ready to compete as if the game was on the line in the fourth quarter. It was like they laid down. Like maybe the conditioning wasn't there. Something happened in the travel plans. Maybe the food didn't give them the energy they needed. I'm telling you, in the fourth quarter, it looked horrible.
That's the behind the scenes talk right there. That's the behind the scenes right there.
Yeah, something was wrong. I mean, when Amon-Ra St. Brown caught that pass for 37 yards, he went untouched all the way to he decided to step out of bounds. This was in the fourth quarter with the game on the line. The safety didn't come down to challenge it. The cornerback, Bland, he wasn't competing on that play. I mean, when you're talking about being a championship football team, a postseason football team, this is the situation of football you have to step up in and make a play. Somebody has to do something. It's not going to fall in your lap.
Mm-hmm.
They just pissed Jerry Jones off, man. If y'all haven't seen last week, he was so excited on Thanksgiving, man. He had to bite the turkey. He bit the turkey out of Dak Prescott hand. That's how excited Jerry Jones was. And now all that excitement is gone. And I can't
the only one. The fans been excited. Man, you don't understand how many messages I get about the Cowboys going to be the Super Bowl champs, the Cowboys, the hottest team in the NFL. The Cowboys going to do this, the Cowboys going to do that. My phone quiet tonight.
Like I said, 3 weeks, man. They had 3 weeks to feel good about themselves. 3 weeks to feel good about their chances of making the postseason, or making it to the postseason. And now you have to go back to feeling like a regular Dallas Cowboys fan. Yep. And y'all had a chance, man. Dallas had a chance.
I'm gonna tell you what
I
was gonna say what the Cowboys did good tonight.
Oh, what did they do good?
Picking on DJ Reed. I know he was a guest on the show.
Yeah,
DJ Reed, it was going right at him all day long.
He struggled. He struggled tonight, man. They went at him, and that's how it goes sometimes. But he did make a few plays, make him feel good about, something to look forward to. He made a few plays, but we had some talks, man, and some things that I see he could work on to stop some of those big plays from happening, man. But at the end of the day, Dallas Cowboys had their chance in the third quarter. They had their third chance in the third quarter after Detroit missed that field goal, and Dallas was down by 11 points. Then they put themselves in another third and long situation because that's what Dallas Cowboys had to deal with all night offensively. They continually put themselves in third and long, and then they went for it on 3rd and 9. They went for it on 3rd and 19. And they had another 3rd and long situation. And then that after the 3rd and 19, they couldn't convert. So they kicked the 63-yard field goal. And boy, that is a weapon to have. And man, the revolution of kicking field goals is getting crazy. I remember when I was playing 52, 55, 57-yarder was like the record at that time, and now we're getting into the 60s, 10 more years, we're talking about 70-yard field goals. All your team has to do is move the ball 30 yards down the field, and we're talking about kicking field goals, But, yeah, Dallas Cowboys, man, they couldn't stop the two-headed monsters, man, from the Detroit Lions, man, David Montgomery and Jamar Gibbs, man. They couldn't stop them. Montgomery hurt Dallas, man, in the running game. And we all seen how electrifying Jamar Gibbs was in the passing game. In a game like this, man, your cornerbacks have to make their money. Like we was talking about with DJ Reed. Your cornerbacks have to be able to hold up on the island because you can't afford to leave a linebacker by themselves on Jamar Gibbs. Because we were seeing the results of what will happen. That young man is too electrifying, too fast, too quick, just too special of an athlete for any linebacker in the NFL to be covering him or be left in the middle of the field one-on-one with Jahmyr Gibbs. You can't do that to any linebacker in the NFL. You have to let the cornerbacks do their job. That's what we get paid for. Yes, it may struggle. Figure out how to get some safety help or something. And I would say DJ Reed struggled, man. But they won the game, so it doesn't look as bad. It doesn't look as bad.
That's what make the Lions dangerous, man. You could shut down Jahmyr Gibbs in a running game. He only had 43 yards rushing, but put him out in space and give him the ball. He got 7 catches of 77 yards in receiving in. Like Jahmyr Gibbs is a dangerous player.
Let that happen as a defense. No, you bring him out. We're gonna have one guy on the left side and one guy on the right, and the safety is going to be in the middle. And we're not going to let Jahmyr Gibbs stop us or beat us. That's the game plan. We will not let Jahmyr Gibbs beat us. Figure out how to get to get the ball to your other weapons and let them make some plays.
3 touchdowns today.
Yeah, man. He's electrified, man. He put on the show, man. He put on the show like he always do for us on primetime football. It's like he's a cheat code. It's a cheat code out there. No one can cover, not even a safety in the middle of the field. Like, it's hard. It's very hard, man. With a guy that fast and quick and that much room to be able to work with, just too much space to deal with, man. Too much space to deal with,
And another big thing for the Lions was the pressure they brought on Dak Prescott today. The past 4 games, they only had 4 sacks, but today they had 5 sacks. So and the sacks came in like clutch moments, like 2nd down, it ended up being a 3rd and long, 3rd and 19, or even 3rd down where they get on 4th down stops. So the pressure was coming at the right time, and I feel like that play there wasn't a safety. It was so close to a safety. I thought it was a safety at the time when it happened.
It definitely looked like it was a safety on Ferguson, Jake Ferguson. Yeah, number 87, Jake Ferguson. It definitely looked like it was a safety at the moment in time. And I didn't understand what the heck Dak was doing on that play. Like, what were you doing? At first, it looked like Dak was looking like he was getting ready to throw the ball quick, get the ball out of his hands quicker. 1, 2, 3, get the ball out. And then he second guessed himself, and then continued to float back. And it was like he went past his 5 and 6 step drop. Like he went to 8 steps and just floated right in the end zone. It was like, here you go. Get you a sack. Get your safety. You know what I mean? But also, man, for we're talking about DJ Reed, number 21, Amit Robinson, man. That was a lazy rep by him for Detroit when he got hit up for that touchdown on that double move by Ryan Flanor, right? I know the announcer got it wrong, and he said it was cover 2, and the safety was Branch was supposed to be over the top to help him. But no, man, I didn't see cover 2. I saw man-to-man. And that's the dangers of playing cornerback, man. It's like one false move, and it could be a touchdown.
I know exactly what you mean.
The one position.
He get that little twitch at the sticks. He's thinking like he's doing a stick route. He tried to hop it. He kept going. Yeah. I know exactly what play you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like one false move at cornerback, man, and the game, whew, man, it could be blown wide open because of you. There's no one to blame when you're out there on the island, man, and there's a blown coverage. But that's why I guess we get paid the big bucks. You know. Like I said, man, I hated to see the way Dallas gave up towards the end of the game, man. They had a chance. They had an opportunity to do some things. Dak Prescott could have got another comeback. No. The Cowboys defense did not want to show up tonight. And I know Michael Parsons over there in Green Bay is chuckling and having a good time, especially after 3 weeks of Dallas doing great. I know he's, yeah, I told you that stuff was all fake. That stuff ain't gonna last long. You know he had a lot to say. But yeah, like we talked about that call with Jake Ferguson, man. One thing, man, that was one of the worst calls I've seen in a while. You know,
I'm not gonna lie, man. Listen, as a defensive player, you don't even expect that call. I know he didn't even expect to get called offensive pass interference on him because you don't get that. It got to be like something super blatant, and it can't be that close of a call where you gonna get that call.
Yeah, that's the advantage of playing home games, man. If the refs get a chance to help the home team out, they will. Trust me, they will. It must have something to do with the treatment or something that the home team gives the refs when, they come to the stadium. I don't know what is it about home field advantage. It's not like those refs are necessarily from these states that they're reffing the game in, but home field advantage is a real thing. But because of that play, they called pass interference. The ref definitely needs to be investigated. We got all these investigations going on in basketball and then wherever else. That ref definitely needs to be investigated because that was not offensive pass interference. Not even close. The NFL would never allow for that call to be an example in the rule books for offensive pass interference. Never. And let me tell you, we will be hearing from New York soon about that call because that was a terrible call. And let me that could have changed things for Dallas. I don't know if he would have called it or not. I don't know if he would have called it.
The aircraft carrier, he commented, said the crowd influence helps the refs' decisions.
Yeah. Right.
And then it said Detroit kid from 7 Mile. They owed us from the safety. There was a payback from the safety.
That was the pay. Right. You had to figure out something, right? Hey, man, that's the advantage, man. Home field advantage, man. And nothing you could do about it. I would have been screaming at that ref's face. I probably would have got another penalty if it was me out there, man. Yeah. That was a wild call.
It was another one where George Pickens got a face mask when he caught the ball. I was surprised, like these offensive players getting these 15-yard penalties. I was like, you don't usually see that. Usually he's always on the defense. And today a lot of the calls got called on the offense. That was surprising to me.
Yeah. All right, now switching. We got to switch subjects. Moving on. Now we're gonna get into a player that is returning. Wow, the $46 million man is back. The $46 million man is back. Can anyone guess who the $46 million man is?
$46 million man was missing? Who was that?
Woo! Headed into 2026, the 2026 Cleveland Browns quarterback situation gets more interesting. Deshaun Watson is back, baby. He ready to claim his spot as the starting quarterback. Is he still the starting quarterback? Would you consider him QB1? Or is it going to be Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders? Or does the Cleveland Browns draft a quarterback with one of their first round picks because they have 2. Here it is. The Cleveland Browns on Wednesday designated quarterback Deshaun Watson to return to practice from the physical unable to perform this, the latest step in his return from last year's season-ending Achilles injury. Watson, 30, hasn't played since rupturing his right Achilles tendon last October, which sidelined him from the final 10 games of the 2024 season. He underwent a second surgery in January after re-tearing his Achilles, and the Browns announced that he would miss significant time in 2025. The designation opens a 21-day practice window for Watson, who will be limited in practice Wednesday and will conduct individual drills. Stefanski said the next step for Watson could include scout team quarterback reps. My focus is obviously getting him back on the football field, practicing football, which he hasn't done in over a year, Stefanski said. So it's a good next step for him. What do we think about Deshaun Watson's future and his future in Cleveland? Does he have a future in Cleveland?
Hey, man, it's crazy when you pay a quarterback that much money and then you go draft 2 quarterbacks. You use 2 picks to get 2 quarterbacks in the draft. And then this guy's come back. You gotta give him the shot to be the starting quarterback because that's where all your money allocated to. Most of it now that Myles Garrett got his contract, most of it allocated to him. But before that, it was all allocated to Deshaun Watson to be the future. I don't think he's the future, but they invested into him, so they got to actually give him a chance because that's they invested. That's they big cash cow that they thought was going to be the answer.
The only reason we're having this conversation is because Deshaun Watson forced his god doggone way with all that guaranteed money.
Yeah,
like you said, $46 million. And this relationship for the Cleveland Browns is like having a baby with a woman you thought would be your soulmate. You don't have to look no further. Let me invest everything, every ounce of energy, all my resources into this one woman because he, in this example, will change the trajectory of my team. So I'm diving in head first, baby. That's what the Cleveland Browns said.
Mm-hmm.
And, maybe you dive in head first and have this baby mistakenly with this so-called soulmate because you had a terrible experience with your last relationship. And it seems like everything this new woman does in the new relationship, or when you're courting this person, when you're looking at them from a distance, it seems so exceptionally well. And you want that person to be a part of your team. That's what the Cleveland Browns are dealing with. Woo! This trade is turning out to be one of the worst relationships a man or the NFL has ever gotten themselves into, man. Sure. Oh, man, the NFL team, boy, this is crazy, man.
He missed so many games over the past, I don't know how many years it's been now. Playing 5 years now. He probably played 10 to 15 games in the past 5 years, which is like ridiculous. Like it's surprising that he's still in the NFL, honestly, because you said before, it's standing for not for long. You don't get that many chances, but I feel like honestly, if he didn't have that contract right now, he wouldn't be considered.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. And I've always said Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur, man, they had to play to the level that Cleveland feels comfortable enough to name one of them the starting quarterback for this season and heading into next season, so they wouldn't draft another quarterback. I always said that. But if they do decide to draft a quarterback in the draft with one of those draft picks, because I said they got 2, that is for sure who the starting quarterback will be for the 2026 season. Now, if that happens, everyone else is fighting for backup, third string, so on and so forth. These last 5 games for Shedeur are so important, man. So important. He proved himself to the Browns and Stefanski and whoever else that needs to be proven to. So he prevent them from drafting a quarterback with one of those first 2 picks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you say, man, you want to last for long in this NFL. You know what I mean? It's like we got 5 games left, and he literally has to have big games in all 5 games to prevent this from happening. You know, and hopefully he can convince the Stefanski and the Cleveland Browns to start to build a team around him and look at him as the future, you know? But if the Browns do choose to draft a quarterback, that depth chart, man, will get real tricky. It will get real tricky.
If you had to say right now, in 2026 start of the Browns NFL year 2026 season, what 3 you think all 3 of those quarterbacks they have on the roster right now will be there? As what I'm talking about was Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders. Will they all be there?
Heading into the season in training camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I think for sure they'll be there headed into training camp unless trade or something happens or something like that. But for sure, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only one more season that, you know, Cleveland has to deal with Deshaun Watson. His guarantees are up after the 2026 season, which is next season. So you know, no one can predict what's the plan for Watson and how the Browns plan on moving forward. Anything is possible. They may put him on the field.
Period.
Huh?
I said the Browns are so hard to predict. Period. It's like I don't think nobody in the world. The Browns don't even know what they're going to do. They
exactly.
They wake up in the morning and say, "I'm gonna do this."
Putting him on the field next season is not out of the question. Basically, they may put him on the football field, and if they put him on the field and he mess around and balls out, you know, has a couple 300-yard games, start looking like the old Deshaun Watson, man, that will really confuse the hell out of Cleveland, man. That will really confuse the hell out of Cleveland. But here is Deshaun Watson, man. Deshaun Watson at practice, getting it on. Check him out making a few throws. Like he's still whipping it pretty good. Get that hip into it, brother. Look at that Achilles. Let's look at Achilles. Look at him walk. All right. It look like you're all right. Like you pretty ready. One thing about the Achilles, man, it takes longer than a year. You can't just come back in 1 year and think everything is going to be peaches and cream.
He did it multiple times. It wasn't just one time.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
That's even a different story when you do it multiple times.
Yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, it'd be hard for the people responsible for cutting those $46 million checks to see Deshaun Watson on the sidelines and he collecting all that money.
Mm-hmm.
That's at the end of the day. Yeah, man. So we'll see what happens with Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns and how they move forward with this quarterback situation. The biggest mystery in NFL. The biggest mystery we have seen for a while. And yeah, the saga continues. We just hope Shedeur goes out and ball out. Big matchup with Cam Ward and Shedeur coming up. And speaking of Shedeur, we have to talk about this Jerry Jeudy situation. Jerry Jeudy has responded, man, and Jerry Jeudy explains what happened between him and Shedeur on the sideline when he was screaming at Shedeur, you know, and of course the young brother, you know, he didn't mean any harm, but the way he was carrying on, you know, it made him look bad, you know. But emotions get the best of us on the field. If y'all didn't realize that, man. You ever got emotion on the football field, Dries, and lost it a little bit?
I mean, everybody has. Man, if you're a football player and you didn't get emotion, you never got on the field. That's how I feel. I tell the people all the time, like people ask me questions about like playing football. I'm like, if you're not feeling it in your heart and you ain't got all of it into it, you never got on the field. I can
tell. we are taught to show our emotions and leave our emotions on the football field. You know.
Yeah,
But
like when I
like
watched
you
it,
said, man,
even when I watched,
but our emotions get the best of us, man, on the field. And when we in the NFL, it's on display. Everyone is out there for everyone to see. And
yeah,
Jerry Jeudy took to the podium and basically apologized for a situation or explain. I'm not going to say he apologized. Let's say he explained what happened in the situation. And I want to react to this video and see if y'all think he's genuine or if Jerry Jeudy has a good explanation for what was going on the sideline. Let's check Jerry Jeudy out.
What I would have done different, I probably just probably taught them off camera. You feel me? That's probably what I would have done different. Of course, I'm gonna speak my mind and tell me what and say what I need, what I see out there. But it what it is. Football, man. Just me and Shedeur are good. Stuff like that happens. Y'all gonna make it bigger than what it is. Because the media, that's what y'all feed off of negativity. But it is what it is. This is the life we live. So, we move on from it. And I live a real life. So what happened around in this locker room, this real. Not what's going on social media and everything. So me and Shedeur good. Everything good. And we gravy over here.
I like to hear that. Gravy over here.
Yeah.
Me and Shedeur good. We gravy over here. It sounds good. But one thing about receivers, man, don't get it twisted, man. Receivers, they are the type of players that only, they only want to shine. They want to shine, baby. They are the me type of players. Receivers need to shine. They need the football. And the only way they can get the football is the quarterback throw it to them. And it's the only position that I've seen, as long as I played football, that is allowed to complain and basically softer than the other players on the team. It's the receivers. They get to have a special swag. They get to have a certain character about themselves that no one else on the football team can have. We have to be tough, rough, and all that stuff. Not the receivers. They get away with a lot, boy. And one thing about a quarterback and a receiver's relationship, receiver doesn't have to tell the quarterback to find him, if he's out there making plays, basically. And that's the incentive for a quarterback to find that receiver if he's out there going making plays. So Jerry Jeudy, if you're making plays, my brother, you wouldn't have to get like this, this emotional on the field, because he would be looking for you. He looked for you on that play. It's like, he was looking for you, bro. He's like, man, Jerry Jeudy got so excited that he had a big opportunity and the opportunity didn't pan out. And he's like, man, we cannot blow this again, brother. Telling how he said it to Shedeur. But yeah, man. But like I said, man, I don't think Jerry Jeudy meant any harm to Shedeur, but like you said, he felt the opportunity for that big play, and he wasn't used to having those opportunities before Shedeur became quarterback one, and now he's just trying to put the pressure on the young rookie, the young pup, to make sure he looks for him first. That happens out there. Don't get it twisted.
Or maybe this thing, just think about that. Maybe he got the closest relationship with Shedeur than he did the other quarterbacks. Like, he not that cool with Dylan Gabriel, where he go over to Dylan Gabriel and have a conversation like he had a conversation with Shedeur. You know what I mean? I can understand where he's talking about like the media make it bigger than what it was. Like, Shedeur probably could be his man, be like, yo, bro, like, listen, I'm doing this and this and this. I'm open. I'm doing. I don't know the conversation they actually had.
Or did he feel like he can just talk to Shedeur like that because of whatever the reason was? Like, he just felt that way. Like, I can speak to Shedeur like this. Maybe they didn't have that type of relationship. That is a possibility, because if Dylan Gabriel's your quarterback there and you feel some type of way and that's how you react, there's no reason you shouldn't approach Dylan Gabriel the same way. I don't see why not. Everyone should, get the same treatment. And from my perspective, I feel like he should have gave Shedeur more grace, being that all the things he's going through. I mean, and unless he was really doing something and motivating Shedeur to make him better and to do better and not being selfish and all about him, you know?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at a little different standpoint. Like, I'm not that cool with this guy, Dylan Gabriel, like that, but this is my man. Like, I'm gonna come to you like my man. Like, bro, come on, bro. I was doing this. I was open, or like you gotta hit me on that play. The Dylan Gabriel is like, man, I don't talk to him like that anyway. Like, you know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from that point of view.
You need that football in your hand to shine, to be productive, to try to get a new contract. So if your contract is on the line, it shouldn't matter what quarterback you're trying to put the pressure on, because you need the football. You need the football.
Yeah, that's true.
So it don't matter.
And also, like, he probably could have came on there like, bro, we need you. Look, another little outlook, a positive outlook. You can look at it, bro. We need you to keep starting. So you gotta hit me on this play, because I don't want this boy Dylan Gabriel to get back in the game and pass me the ball. He could be saying that.
they say he need to catch the ball, man. He got a lot of drops, man. He
definitely got a lot of drops.
Really, he definitely got a lot of drops. Screwing up out there, man. But Jerry Jeudy has been through a lot, man. He has been through a lot. That is not excuse. It's not excuse, man. And yeah, man. That just was a bad look for Jerry Jeudy. Bad timing. A lot of things came wrong about that, but yeah, man. Hopefully Jerry Jeudy shows up big, because if Jerry Jeudy don't show up big, the Cleveland Browns don't have a wide receiver number one. And if they don't have a wide receiver number one, that's just horrible. That's a bad look. It's a bad look, man.
Who they the wide receiver number two?
I don't even know. Wide receiver. Wide receiver number one might be David Njoku. Njoku. That's a wide receiver number one, may be, man, because I don't know what about Kevin Stefanski and his scouting department about scouting and bringing in talents. Like, y'all hit it good on defense now. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, defense for sure.
The defense, y'all do a damn good job. But as far as receivers and other positions, I don't know, man. But last segment, last topic of this segment tonight. Sorry, we're gonna talk about my bro, Big Play Slay. He has a lot going on. Let me find this article. Let me find this article before we get started, man. And,
he literally part ways with somebody's son came over there and took his spot in Pittsburgh. So
I was told, man, you play long enough in the NFL, you will go through a contract situation. You will have a contract situation. You play long enough in the NFL. And this is Darius Big Play Slay 13th year, the Super Bowl champ. And he was waived, man, by the Steelers after being designated a healthy scratch, basically inactive for their recent games. And like 233 was saying, my son recently signed there, the young pup, and they probably want to give the younger generation a chance, the younger players, the younger athletes, to see what they could do. They don't want to get older, they want to get younger. And Big Play Slay was claimed by the Buffalo Bills off the waiver wire. And man, he decided he isn't going to report. And he claims he's contemplating retirement after not reporting to the Buffalo Bills. And it says one day after the team claimed 6-time Pro Bowler cornerback off the waivers, Slay has decided not to report to Buffalo while he weighs whether he wants to keep playing. Slay is honored that a first-class organization like the Bills claimed him, but he is going to take some time away from football right now and decide in the next few days if he wants to keep playing. Slay agent Drew Rosenhaus told ESPN. Slay 34 was waived by the Pittsburgh Steelers on Tuesday, ending his run with the team that signed him to a 1-year, $10 million contract this offseason. After starting 9 games, Slay had seen his role reduced in recent weeks and then was a healthy scratch for the team's loss to the Bills on Sunday when Asante Samuel Jr. took over at cornerback. The Bills claim Slay in a bid to add depth chart behind Christian Benford, Tre'Davious White, and Maxwell Hairston on the outside. Now, however, the veteran future is up in the air. Big play Slay. He's contemplating retirement, man. He had a hell of a career. 13 years is a long time for a cornerback in the NFL to be able to keep up with these young, fast, speedy boys that isn't getting no slower, getting faster. But what do you think Big Play Slay plans is, man? Do y'all think he's trying to get back to Philly? Because Philly definitely could use another corner on the side of Quinyon Mitchell. Hey. But after 13 years, can he give the Eagles what they need?
I mean, for a fact, he was trying to get back to Philadelphia. Like him and the Steelers had a mutual part in ways. Eagles claimed him, like tried to claim off of wires, but Bills had the first claim, so Bills got him like before them. So he's like, I can't go to Bills. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna retire. So he's trying to find his way back to Philadelphia.
When you that first sign of, I guess we call it disrespect, or feeling like you're not being treated like the player you think you are, like we feel like we're supposed to be treated. It's like we don't know how to react, and the first thing is to say is, I don't want to deal with this, and let me go. I'm tired of this. Release me.
You did that to the Eagles. You did that to the Eagles.
Yeah, exactly. And it happened with, like, when I read in the article with Big Play Slay, it was like his role started decreasing. They deactivated him, inactivated him, and he was basically just going to be an active player after they signed, my son. But that's a part of the game, because we're not going to be at our prime our whole career, and then it's one of these teams is going to have to give us the bad news, and we're going to have to deal with it. And I think that's ultimately what happened to Big Play Slay. He just he's coming towards the end of his career, making good money. Obviously, it's hella good money, but at the same time, he just have to take the punches, roll with them, man. They decided at 13 years, man, the vet, man, ain't playing like we need him to play no more, man. But what do y'all think, man, on the opposite side of Quinyon Mitchell, can he help Philadelphia Eagles out this year, man, make a Super Bowl run?
I think he a better option than what they have right now, honestly.
And Dory Jackson
and Keely Ringo.
Yeah, you think he's a better option?
Shout out to Keely Ringo, though. His family really nice to me, so I hate to say it, but yeah, he definitely a better option than that.
Are the Eagles getting a cornerback in the first round again this upcoming draft? What the heck are the Eagles going to draft? They may get some more pass rushes or something, man. Ain't no telling.
Yeah,
but yeah, man,
he's definitely him and his family definitely trying to make their way back to Philly. Honestly, for a fact,
I'm sure he would be. I'm sure he would love that reunion. He's very familiar with everything. But I don't know, man. I don't know if Howie's feeling that, man. He usually doesn't. The first time he signed Darius Big Play Slay back to Philly, I was surprised. He usually doesn't double back on older players like that, from what I've learned in his history. But things change, and sometimes exceptions are made. Like with Big Play Slay, he cut him and brought him right back one time, the first time, and end up winning the Super Bowl.
He was going to do it. He was going to do it again this past year. He was supposed to get. I don't know if I'm talking too much, but he was supposed to get He was supposed to get $7 million at the end of this year, but he was going to like retire and all that stuff. But the Steelers said, "Hey, we got $10 million for you." He said, "Shit, I'm gonna go take that $10 million." But now it's like, I'll come play over it. Even like probably like week 2 or week 3, he said on the podcast that he'll love to play in Philly while he's on the Steelers like week 3. So he really wanted to come back, and his wife is also soon as he got released. Soon as he got released, his wife started posting all his Eagle stuff. she was already mad when they had to leave. Shout out to Jen.
Something about, man, when you play for the Eagles, man, and
shout out to Jen.
You get in you get what's the word? You start dealing with the fans and stuff, man, and the environment around there in Eagles land, man. The city of Philadelphia.
I'm telling you,
them cheese takes.
Come home, they waiting.
Fans.
Come home, they waiting for you.
Woo.
I'm telling you, they come home, they waiting for you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I love Philly, man. But shout out to Philly, man. I hope they bounce back, man. I hope they get everything right on offense. You know, it really, man, everyone is talking about offense, but I really see most of the problem on defense because offense was just always doing their thing on offense. It was defense that was the most dominant for the Philadelphia Eagles, and now the defense ain't as dominant. They're giving up hella yards, rushing, and it's just a mess over there.
That Bear game was a whole
that was embarrassing, man. That was embarrassing. And
it's crazy. Whereas like the week before that, they held Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery to like 60 yards to combine, and then the next week they give up 100 yards per running back. It's like it's a whole different team that showed up.
Like I told you when we was talking about Dallas versus the Lions, like Dallas gave up in the fourth quarter. What happened in the travel plans? What happened, at the food during pregame meal? Like, what happened during bed check? Did everyone sneak out and go hang out? Like, a lot of things happen during traveling, man, and you have to make sure you travel the right way and prepare yourself mentally and physically for the game because, the long flights drain your body out. You got to make sure you stay hydrated. There are so many things you have to overcome when you're playing football. It's not just going out there and playing. You have to make sure you eat the right meals. Let me see if the chat can guess this. And I talked about this before, but from the last meal we have before the game to the end of the game, when we eat again, how many hours do y'all think passed? How many hours y'all think passed by? Y'all got 10 seconds. You're counting down. You can't answer, Dries. You got to let them answer. 10, 9, 8, 7. I got the football finger. 6, 5. That little cricket. 4, 3, 2, 1. I see 12. They talking about 12 hours.
12 hours.
Y'all want us to starve for 12 hours after exerting all that energy, emotions, and everything else? But 12 is a little extreme. I can't lie to y'all, man. But that's a good guess, man. That's a good guess.
But what you said kind of makes sense. Let's think about it, right? Chicago. It was a Friday game. Chicago was in Philly for Thanksgiving, but Philly was home with their families on Thanksgiving, having a good old time, and Chicago was basically like, chilling, relaxing. So that could have played a part in that defense looking like the way the defense is looking.
Exactly. Oh man, Thanksgiving, man. Oh, the home team really be screwed up. But let me finish.
That kind of makes sense right there.
Yeah, let me finish the question, man. Let me give y'all the answer. So, a 1:00 game, right? We wake up. A wake up is about 8:00. You have to eat your last meal. Last chance to eat is 10:00. So your last chance to eat is 10:00 because the buses is leaving, I think, 10:30, something like that, right? Get to the stadium in 11. You warm up, all that stuff, or, a little before 11. So from 10:00, you got 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The game just ended in 4, 5, and you got 6 and 7. And then by 8:00, we're getting on the bus. Or let me say about 6, 7, between 6 to 8:00, we're getting on the bus. So damn near 8 to 10 hours. Woo! And listen, this is not a regular job where you're sitting at your desk and you're sipping your water, typing in your little computer, looking through your phone, strolling up and down. We are exerting our energy to the maximum capacity. And we hungry. We are hungry out there, man. A little hot dog. that someone brings on the football field, we will jump on you and tackle you about that little. We just want a little piece of hot dog because it's so good on the football field.
Hey, it depends what the score is. You start talking about like, what you eating after this? Like, you start having conversations about it.
You start trying to figure out ways to get food from the fans in the stadium, the trainers, and all type of stuff, man. So, but yeah, man, we're getting close to the postseason, man. And who will be a Super Bowl champ? And like I said, I jumped out there early. I picked my picks: the Eagles versus the Chargers. I won't do that next year. I'm going to wait it. At least until like week 8 before I start jumping out there because you got injuries happening, so many things that can mess up the path to the Super Bowl. And I jumped out there early. So, man, that's Thursday night.
You jumped out early on something else, and you was right. Think about it. I ain't gonna say right, but you close to right. The Chiefs not making the playoffs like week 3 or something. You said that.
Yeah.
And listen,
listen,
I didn't. We need some apologies. We got to ask for some apologies.
Soon. Yeah. when it's official. Like I say, I get close.
Because I seen people like, oh no, he just what they call it, rage bait or something. Bait. Yeah, whatever. He just rage bait. He just saying, oh, listen, we need some apologies coming soon.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that was Thursday night vibes, man. Had fun rocking with y'all boys tonight. Y'all lovely women out there, ladies and gentlemen. Can't forget my beautiful women out there. And Thursday night vibes. The Cowboys ain't going nowhere. I know y'all had a lot of hope for America's team, but hey, man, America's team needs to become the Eagles team. It definitely can never be the Dolphins for all you Dolphin lovers out there. That will never be the case. And it's Thursday night vibe. We're going to see y'all Sunday, and we're going to have a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss in Shedeur versus Cam Ward. 2 rookies, man. I'm Asante, Mr. Pick 6 Samuel.
It's your boy 2-3 Drees.
And man, we are